So what's up guys, it's your boy ER and today I'm going to give you tips and advice and tricks on how to have a perfect summer so that you guys are going to enjoy yourself and that so that you guys can have fun and so that you guys get to have a summer all by yourself and with your friends, your family, and so that you can have your dream summer and that your dream summer can become a reality. So yeah, make sure you guys like, share, comment, and turn on the notifications on whenever any new video gets posted on this channel. So yeah, enough waffling, so let's get straight into it. So tip number one is that you must cut out all the fake friends, you must cut all of them out, from your life. Basically, you just don't want to speak to any of your fake friends in the summer. Because trust me guys, because if you speak to those fake friends here during the summer, it just shows that you're just gullible and that you just not even know what these fake friends are doing. Like these fake friends here, like whenever you see them in person, like they'll pretend to be nice to you, they'll pretend to be your friend, right? But when reality, like behind the scenes here, they'll always be talking bad, saying bad things about you, and they'll chat shit about you behind your back. Like you don't want that, man. You don't want that. This is why I strongly recommended that you should find real friends to hang out during the summer. Like find some real new friends, find some new friends and make sure you guys talk to one another, make sure you guys make plans with each other and make where you guys are actually going to meet up, like don't speak to those fake friends. So that's why you should cut all of them out from your life, and that's why you should just block all of them on social media. That's why you should block all your fake friends on social media, because they're not really worth it and that they're just ruining your life more and that they're just going to ruin your summer and it will just be bad for your mental health. That is why you should actually just be yourself. You should actually be serious and you should make your own decisions and you should not let these fake friends just manipulate you and just take the piss out of you at this point. That's exactly what you got to do, because now, ever since I finished school now I don't even, now I just cut out all the fake friends, I just don't really talk to them anymore, because, you know why, because they're just traitors and they literally just betray me behind my back and they're not really real and they're not really my real friends. They'll just make fun of me behind the scenes and they'll just chat shit about me behind my back. So yeah, that is why you should just cut out all the fake friends. Maybe like you and your real friends, you can just go out to concerts, you can go out to festivals, you can go out to parties, you can go out to carnivals, you can go out to, at restaurants, you can go to London, central London, and literally any of these iconic places you guys can actually go to with your friends and your family. So yeah, that's exactly what you got to do. And second tip is that you should stop doom scrolling a lot on TikTok and any other social media. Like, yes, I admit I doom scroll a lot on TikTok, and I know I said this so many times, so I'm actually going to stop doom scrolling on TikTok. I know I've said this so many times, I'll stop doom scrolling a lot, but still, I just keep getting addicted to it. That's why the struggle to get out of it, just get out of that dope playing zone. That's why I just feel like, yeah, like anytime I doom scroll a lot on TikTok, that's why I always just see what other people are doing. Like I always see the videos that appear on my For You page. Until then, I get bored straight away, not knowing that, what am I doing? Like, I'm just getting lured into a trap on social media. I'm just getting lured into a trap on TikTok. And literally, that's just corrupting my brain, because the more I doom scroll a lot, the more that I'm going to get bored, the more that I isolate myself from other people, and isolate myself from socializing with other people. So yeah, this is what you guys need to be doing. Yeah, like whenever you're on whenever you're on Instagram, yeah, you always just click on other people's stories to see what they're doing with their lives instead of just worrying about what you are doing with your life. And I feel like all of us feel guilty about it, because we just don't even know what we want to do with our lives. We just don't even know what we want to do this summer. Like we just don't struggle to make our own plans because we just some of us, like, we just don't even have friends. We just don't even know who we want to talk to. We just don't even know the place that we want to go to. Like we don't even know who we're gonna hang out with during this summer, because especially like everyone just go their separate ways, they go their separate paths, and they just not talk to one another. And everyone, like, at the end of the day, yeah, in school, like once school finishes, everyone's just gonna say they miss each other, but then the next day and then in months' time, they're not gonna speak to each other and they just isolate themselves from each other. That's why they just don't want to speak to each other, because they don't really trust each other, because they just feel like, yeah, that they're not really worth it and that they just have their own plans, innit? So yeah, that's why you should just stop doom scrolling on TikTok and Instagram and any other social media, and just worry about yourself. Like worry about what you want to do, like this summer. Like I doom scroll a lot on TikTok, yeah. Like on Instagram, yeah, I always just click on people's stories to see what they're doing. And I feel guilty about doing that, because I just get lured into trap straight away. Because whenever I go on TikTok, yeah, like all of a sudden, all the videos appear on my For You page. They'll just be scrolling again and again every time. I feel like all of us do that, right? And if I admit, it just gets further boring and further tiring. It's how we need to find new hobbies. We need to find something else to be doing, especially as a content creator. If you like do scroll a lot on TikTok, yeah, on Instagram, it just shows that you there thinking that, oh, these people make better videos than you, when you know that you have to focus on making your own videos, that you don't have to worry about the other content creators being better than you. You just have to focus on yourself, right? That's exactly what you're going to be doing in order for you to be very, very successful, and in order for you, to just go up and get very, very high, innit? So that's why you need to get get rid of like all the toxicity and get rid of all the negativity, and that's where you can have a perfect summer, and the less you doom scroll, the more that you're gonna get reacts, and the more that you finally able to take control of your life. Because I know it's hard, right? But believe me, you have to just break out of it. You just have to conduct so many tests. You have to test yourself, like basically just have to put your phone in another room, and you basically can like go like 10 days or a week or 2 weeks or a year, like without doom scrolling on social media apps, on TikTok especially, and the results I feel like they'll be very, very perfect, and yeah, that is why you should actually just continuously like go out more and socialize with people more, and you should actually just hang out with people more. You actually should talk to people outside. That's what you should be doing. You should communicate with others outside, because the more you do that, the more you're able to get friends, and the more that you're able to get more confident and just get rid of social anxiety, and that you're not feeling nervous, and that you're not feeling very scared in public, and that you're not being a very, very awkward guy. So yeah, that's why you should just get yourself out of that comfort zone. And yeah, that's exactly like what you guys need to be doing if you want to have a perfect summer, because you just need to like go out more, and that's exactly going to be the next tip. And yeah, tip number 3 is you should just go out more. Like go out more often, like go out to more places. Just understand that, the weather can be too hot. The weather can be like too blazing, like hot, like between like 20 degrees, 30 degrees, and it could even hit 40 degrees. Just understand the weather can be very, very extremely hot. Like the heat waves can be getting too much, but still, you just have to go out more. And there are the days that you can stay at home during the summer, and there are days that you can go out more during the summer, because in the summer season, yeah, everyone just goes out more often. Like everyone just hang out with each other. Everyone just meet up with their friends. Some people are working 9 to 5. They have their jobs, and people are still going to school a lot during the summer. And especially on the summer break, people just hang out with each other. People just making their plans, and every time that person said, oh, they're gonna do this during the summer, they're gonna do this during the summer, they ended up staying at home, not knowing that they're just too lazy to meet their requirements for their plans or what they're gonna do in the summer. So yeah, that's why I recommend that you should go out more during the summer more often, just so that you can meet up with people. And just understand that crime rates always happens a lot during the summer. That's not safe to go outside a lot during the summer, which I totally understand at all. But still, like, you just have to be very careful, man. You just have to be very, very safe, because there are bad people out there, that always just goes around and just be naughty and just be causing lots of trouble outside. You just have to be very careful. You just have to watch who's behind you, And yeah, you just have to avoid all that trouble. You just have to avoid all the fights, innit? And that's how, if you want to have a perfect summer, yeah, you just have to not get involved in any situations, any fights or any drama. You have to just block yourself out from there and just have a perfect summer all by yourself, and that you just have to like keep walking. That's what you got to do. And if someone bullies you during the summer, yeah, you just have to ignore them and just not waste your time arguing with them, because they're not really worth it, man. Like, what's even the point? Because if you go back and forth with them, yeah, then it's just gonna get very, very worse. And then if you guys had a fight, it's gonna get worse, and police are going to end up getting involved. So yeah, you don't want to get in trouble a lot during the summer, right? You just don't want bullies to bully you a lot during the summer, especially if you go on social media like Instagram, Snapchat, or TikTok. You don't want people to make group chats and then to just bully you all the summer. Like, no, you just don't want it, man. You clearly just don't want that to happen. Like, the simple thing is that you should just block those bullies that are literally bullying you on Snapchat and Instagram. That's exactly what you should be doing. So yeah, and once you have done that, then you're gonna have a perfect summer all for by yourself, and that you won't have to meet these people again. And sooner or later, when you realize that these people don't really care about you, then you just have to level yourself up and finally get serious, and just finally set them standards and finally just take yourself to the next level, and that's how you're gonna get higher and higher. So yeah, that is why you should just go out more often during the summer. Like, you can meet up with people and you guys can have a nice conversation, and you can literally just go out to concerts or like festivals and all that, and you can literally go out to a party. Like, if your friend invites you to a party, then I feel like this is a perfect time for you to go to that party. That way you guys can like meet up with each other. That way you guys can exchange phone numbers. You guys can exchange Snapchats and Instagram, and yeah, you guys can communicate with each other online, so that you guys can check up on each other. That's what a real friend does. They will always check up on you, and they'll always support you, and they'll always have your back no matter what. And that is exactly why you guys need real friends in your life, because they'll just tell you how it is, and they're not yes men. They're always honest about everything, and they're always telling you the truth, and you have to take the truth, and you just have to hear what they're saying. So yeah, and your real friends, they just don't want you to be in trouble, and they just want you to do well. They want you to be successful, and they want you to succeed. So yeah, that is why you should go out a lot during the summer, just so that you can be active, and you can be doing so many exercises, and that you can have so many friends, and you can have so much bonds with each other. So yeah, and tip number 4 is, like, you guys should start going to the gym during the summer. Like, it's very recommended that people should start going to the gym, just so that your confidence can get very higher, just so that you can get yourself out of the comfort zone, just so that you can start working out a lot during this gym and in the summer. That's what guys should be doing. So I know so many people will be doing workouts at home, and they'll be lifting up weights at home. They're lifting up dumbbells, and they'll be doing push-ups and planks and any abs exercises. They'll do all of that at home, but like, I feel like, yeah, now's the time for you guys to like go to the gym, just so that you can meet new people, just so that you can just start working out, just so that you can start carrying your routine. Like, literally, if you're in the gym, yeah, don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't worry if people are looking at you. They're just looking at you to see how well you're gonna do, how you're gonna do. Like, what's this? Like, they'll be thinking, oh, what is this person doing? This person's gonna fail. This person is so bad at doing this exercise, at doing this workout. That's why these people are there, because they want to put you off. They want to reduce your confidence. Like, they just want to, like, just do something that they want to do, just so that to hold you back. That's exactly what they're doing. So yeah, you want to just go to the gym. You want to start working out, yeah, and you want to start like making some friends. And you have to like find some people that can literally help you if you work out. If you feel like you're struggling to do this exercise, to do this workout, like if you're struggling to bench press, if you're struggling to do pull-ups, if you're struggling to do any of them workouts there, I feel like you should find that person, and you should ask that person to see if they can help you with it. And surely when they help you, then you'll understand what you have to do to complete this workout. So yeah, that's why it's perfect time to go to the gym during the summer, because the gym is always for everyone. It's literally for everyone to start working out. It's for boys, and it's for girls, it's for men, and it's for women. Because the gym is an open space, and that way you can just push yourself to your limits, and that way you can just get yourself out of the comfort zone, and that you can be physically, socially, and mentally active, and it's very, very good for your mental health, and it can get rid of your anxiety, and it can get rid of your depression, and it can get rid of your trauma, and it can get rid of your problems. So yeah, that's why you guys should go to the gym during the summer, so that you can start working out. Yes, I understand that the heat wave can get too much, and that the heat is just getting too much, and the weather is just so hot, and it's very, very hot outside. But still, that doesn't stop you from going to the gym during the summer, because you just need to work out. You just need to like get in good shape. You just need to be hench. You just need to like be very, very bolo. You just need to get your body shredded. You just need to get a six pack. You just need to get abs. That doesn't stop you, from getting yourself a very good physique, because if you stay at home a lot all summer, like when you're playing games a lot on your PS4, your PS5, or your Xbox, and when you're on a computer a lot, when you do scroll a lot on tips all summer, then then you're just gonna have like, I feel like you're just gonna have a pretty much a bad summers. So yeah, now you guys have to start thinking. Now you guys have to start thinking, oh, what are you gonna do this summer? Because now this is a perfect time to list out your plans, and now this is your time to actually just go out a lot during the summer. Now this is your time, to have a very, very good summer so far. Like, if you have like social media accounts, like if you have Instagram and Snapchat, so I feel like most of the time people just always be posting about, oh, what they got up to this summer. They'll post all the pictures, whichever place they are at, a lot on the summer. I feel like everyone does that a lot. Even me, I do it a lot. Like, I always post pictures like where I'm at a lot during the summer. I just post on my Instagram. I just post on my Snapchat stories, and yeah, I even post a lot on Instagram so far. So yeah, that is it. Like, that's exactly why I believe that, when you go to the gym, that way you can meet new people. That way you're just gonna get very, very serious, and that you're gonna stay locked in. And going to the gym will literally humble you, and going to the gym, yeah, will literally teach you a lesson. And that's where you need to be hustle, and that way you can learn from your mistakes, and you can get better and better every time. And that way you can stay consistent a lot whenever you go to the gym a lot. Like, I've gone to the gym plenty of times, this year. I've gone to the gym plenty of times, and now I feel like, yeah, that I'm in good shape. But still, I'm still exercising now, by the way. Still doing workouts now. Even when I'm at home, I still go out on runs a lot. So yeah, that's exactly what I do. So I could just have a very, very, very perfect diet, and that's how I always eat more healthier than I eat junk food, and I always eat less junk food. And now I'm eating more healthier food now, because I want to just stay in shape. I want to be very serious, and I'm very serious about taking care of my body and making sure that I'm not eating so many junk food a lot. So yeah, I hardly drink a lot during the summer, and I hardly smoke. I don't even vape during the summer. So yeah, and finally the last tip is that what's the last tip? The last tip is that you guys, like, I feel like you guys need to write down all the things that you want to do this summer. Like, write down all the things on your paper that you want to do during the summer. Like, write all the things down, and then after that, yeah, I strongly suggest that you guys should travel on holiday. Should go travel to another country for holiday. You guys should travel abroad on holiday. That way you guys are not in your comfort zone. That way you guys can experience all the new love, all the experience, and all the nature in another country, to see how they're doing. And that way you guys get to meet new people over there at another country, because every summer, yeah, people always travel a lot on holiday. They'll always take the aeroplane. They'll always go to Heathrow Airport, Gatwick Airport, any other airports in the UK, just to board their flight and just to travel all the way to the chosen country. They'll travel to countries like Spain, Italy, France, Croatia, and they even go to like Ibiza. They'll even go to Greece, Ayia Napa, and any other lands. And they'll even go to Dubai during the summer, and they'll go to Saudi Arabia as well, and they'll go to USA during the summer as well. That is why people always travel a lot during the summer, just so that they can meet up with their friends and their family in that country, or just so that they can experience all the things in that country, just so that they can meet up with new people, just so that they can meet up with new friends, and just so that they can try out that new food, and they can try out the new drinks there, and they can just go out and explore all around those places in that country that they want to travel to on holiday. And just so that they can learn a new language over there, just so that they can start communicating with them people over there. Like, say for example, if a Spanish person was there speaking in Spanish, and the English person traveled to Spain, yeah, that's how the English person will end up speaking in Spanish, and the Spanish person will end up speaking in Spanish. That way, they're just communicating with each other like in Spanish. Or if an English person travels all the way to like France, and that French person is speaking in French, and English person speaking in English, then I feel like they will communicate with each other very well, and the English person will speak in French, and the French person will speak in French. Like, that's just how the way it goes. You just have to understand like what language these people at each country speaking in, just so that you can communicate with them, and that's where you can just make friends with other people in like Spain, France, and Italy, and any other country. You have to make friends with these people whenever you travel a lot on holiday. That's exactly what you guys are supposed to be doing. And even in England as well, yeah, like, you should make friends with each other in this. Like, you should make friends with each other a lot. That's what you should. That's what you guys should be doing. And you should be very confident. You should not be shy. You should not be scared. And you should just get out of yourself, out of that comfort zone. And you should be traveling a lot, like every summer. Unless it's summer that you don't want to travel, like during the holiday, then that's fine. But still, that doesn't stop you from going out during the summer. It doesn't really stop you. Like, that's why you should just feel like you should just decide which places you want to go, and that who you're going to meet up with, what you're going to that place for, like why you're going out to that place for, and that way you guys can even decide if you can go to a walk, you can go for a picnic, you could go to like a museum, you could go to like any other places, you could go to like, you know, you could go to a zoo, or you could go to like any iconic place in the UK, or you can go to the London Eye, you can go to Westminster, you can go to like Trafalgar Square, Oxford Circus, Bond Street, or the O2, or literally, like I said, any other places, or Greenwich Park, or any other places. And yeah, that way your summer will be excellent. That way, like when you guys return to school, and people ask you, oh, what you do during the summer, then you have so many things, so you're going to tell that person about what you do during the summer. And I'm sure that person will be like, oh wait, that's an epic summer for sure. And I'm sure they'll agree. Unless if you finish school, unless if you're like in year 11 or year 12 or year 13, like if you're in those 3 years, then that's why you just won't see people again. You won't see any of them. You won't see any of your current friends again. You know, you guys will just go separate paths. But if you're like in year 6, year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10, then you guys will literally just discuss with each other, or what you do during the summer, of course. Because people always get nosy about what others do during the summer, and even the teachers, they'll ask students about, oh, what did you guys do during the summer? And then the students will say, oh, like I did this during the summer, I did this during the summer, I went to the beach during the summer, I went to like Moorgate during the summer, I went to Butlins during the summer. That's exactly what these people say. And some will say, I went to Blackpool during the summer, I went to Brighton during the summer, I went to Manchester during the summer. And I feel like that's what like other people say. That is exactly like what they will end up saying, and other people will say other things as well, what they do during the summer. That's why people always get very excited, and you guys do not want to have a depressed summer. You guys don't want to be depressed, you guys don't want to be sad, you guys don't want to be angry, you guys don't want to have any negative emotions this summer, for sure. And you guys need to like have positive summer, and you guys need to be positive, and you guys actually need to get a grip together, and you guys need to like go out a lot during the summer. Like if your parents like say no, that they just don't want you to go out a lot during the summer, that means that they care about you, and they just don't want you to get hurt, and they just being protective of you, and they just don't want you to meet up with all the bad people outside. They just want to keep you safe. But you can't really blame them, to be fair, unless you want to go ask them if you want to go out to this place. Then I'm sure they'll say yes, of course. I'm sure they'll say no. So yeah, this is the end of this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. And yeah, goodbye.